She gives you conflicting messages, conflicting opinions of her personality, her choices, her beliefs. You don't know where she stands. You don't want to be in that kind of relationship where you don't know your partner or you feel like your partner is secretive with you. In this particular video, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 strong signs it's time to break up. It's a difficult thing to engage or embark on a breakup. You absolutely love this person with all your heart, but it's evident that you guys are going nowhere. These reasons are the evidence that you guys are going nowhere. And it may just be time that you cut it off. I know it's not going to be an easy thing. You love this woman. If you're a girl watching this, you love this man. But there comes a time that even love may not be able to sustain the relationship. Even love may not be enough for you guys to keep going. So I'm going to share with you these 5 signs. And if you see any of them, it's absolutely time to cut off the relationship and move on. Coming up. Number 1 is when your values no longer align. What are values? Values are things that are fundamental to you, that are important to you, that you either grew up with from your background, or that you wish to adopt, or that you wish to attain in the future. Values speak to your fundamental beliefs. Okay? For example, your values with religion, your values with family, your values with finances. These are things that are important to you. Your values with society, how you see the world, how you see issues affecting humanity, how you see the military, for example, the United States military invading other countries or coming into other countries, how you see politics, how you see gender and LGBTQ. All these things are your values. They speak to your values because these are things that are fundamental. Okay, I just give you more than sufficient examples. When you notice or when you've seen that your values with this person don't align or never aligned or maybe used to align, but at some point they're in disalignment now, it's time to break up. Guys, these values are things you cannot really walk around. I've seen people who say, oh, I can date someone that is Muslim. I'm a Christian. I can date a Muslim. You may be able to date them, but you marrying them, settling down with them, having a family with them, running a family unit with them may be a challenge. It may be hard. You may be dating someone right now who is a spendthrift, who spends their money on everything and lives for the now, and you live for the future. You're always saving for the future. But they believe that right now, we don't have 2 lives. We got to spend the money now. That's going to be a problem. Being with someone like that is going to be a problem. So you may believe you can date someone who has certain political views, but maybe not. If at some point you guys had the same values and through the course of life, your values began to misalign for some reason, that can happen. It's rare, but it can happen to so many people. It's time to end it. Yeah, especially when those values, misalignment in values, begin to affect your relationship, interfere in your day-to-day lives and the way you see things, the kind of conversations you have, not feeling validated in your opinion by your partner. These are issues that would arise. If your values do not align anymore, it's time to break up. Another sign it's time to break up is when you've been together for so long, but you don't see a future with that person. Guys, so many relationships have gone on way too long. They're expired, bro. They're expired. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. They're expired. I'm not saying that 2 people who decide to spend life together or be together without being married, that's not the angle I'm coming from, even though I want to disagree on the fact that most women who you've dated for so long would desire that you take a next step, by marrying them. Even if they don't desire that now, somehow they are going to get that pressure at some point from their friends, from their family. Okay, let's give let's give an excuse to that for a moment and hold off on the people who decided collectively that hey, we just want to be together and enjoy each other's company. There's no marriage here. But if you know that the woman or the guy you're with, I'm speaking mainly to men, you are with once more, and you guys have been together for so long, it's time to break up. You've dated this girl for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years. Come on, my brother. And you know she wants to marry you. You know if you propose right now, she will say yes. What are you doing? It's time you let her go. I mean, it's over time. It's overdue because you should have let it go a long time ago. You've been with a woman for that long and still you don't see a future. If you saw a future, you would have proposed a couple years back. I'm telling you, you would have proposed. You would have wanted her to spend life with you forever. But you've been together for so long, you don't see a future with her. Still till today, if they ask you, oh, what are your intentions? What are you? And you're like, it's only been a couple of years. Like you're not convinced it's time to break up. Do it now. It's never too late. The more you wait, the harder it's going to be to cut it off. I want you to do it now. Break that relationship off, my brother. It's time you let her go if you still don't see a future after so many years. The third sign is that the respect she had for you is gone. It may be due to your own actions, due to changes in values or views, whatever it is. If the respect she had for you is gone, break it off. Respect is the love language for women. Okay? And if that respect is gone, I'm not talking about a woman who may, occasionally come off disrespectful. But this is a state that she's in. She's operating in a state of disrespect for you and the relationship. It's time to break it off. So many things can be the reason people lose respect for each other. But if you can tell that this girl doesn't really value you or see you worthy in that way where she can honor you, where she can regard you, where she can accord you, where she can give you the respect you deserve or don't even deserve, but due to the fact that you occupy the position of a boyfriend or a partner or a husband, just due to the fact that you occupy that position is enough to respect someone. But if that respect is no longer there, even while in that same position, it's time to break it off. I don't want to stress this too much. When you know a woman doesn't respect you, it's obvious. It's obvious because you don't feel valued. You don't feel esteemed. You don't feel lifted. You don't feel like your opinion matters. The evidence is strong, is there. So don't lie to yourself. You know right now, if you were to rate your relationship on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is absolute disrespect and 10 is complete respect, and you're falling into the scale of lower 5s, it's an evidence that there's no respect for you in the relationship. Lack of respect for you can lead to so many problems. It's an open door to many issues in your relationship. You are opening a door to things you don't want to invite and I don't even want to go into. Okay? Because a woman would always want to be with a man she respects and values and looks up to. And if you're not that kind of man, I'm sorry, it may be time to cut off the relationship and be in something where you are valued and respected. This applies to many relationships. Just going to put that in. Your relationship with even your organization, with your place of worship, with the company you work for. You are no longer respected in your company. They talk to you anyhow. The manager treats you anyhow, gives you any work to do, treats you like you're shit. That you need to cut off because that's toxic, right? You need to cut that off. This is a typical example, a good example of what I'm trying to explain to you of how you should be in something where you are respected. This was actually one of my top goals of 2025, to be in situations or places that I'm respected even more. Yeah, bro. I need to cut myself off from places, institutions, people, environments, atmospheres that do not value, regard, or respect me. Respect is earned, but sometimes it is given. You have to give it just by the position of that person. The fourth reason is when she's always toyed with your emotion. If a girl has always never been committed to you, it's time to call it a quit. The emotional attachment from a woman is what you need to be able to hold on to her, hold on to the relationship, progress successfully. If she's not emotionally attached to you, but has always played with yours even, you know how some women play with emotion? They know you want them. They know you're tripping for them. They know you desire them, but they use that to boost their ego, to validate themselves and make themselves feel good. In a situation where a woman never took you seriously or never takes you seriously, it's an indication or evidence of the level or extent of her selfishness. She's only concerned about what she has to get from you and how you make her feel, and is not in any mindset of returning anything to you or giving anything back to you. This is not the kind of relationship you want to be in. I'm telling you, when you taste a good woman, the quality of a good woman, you would know that the person you may have been with all this while is wrong for you, is not the ideal person for you. When a woman has never been serious with you, but has always played with your emotion, I want you to decide right now to walk away. Telling where emotion is pretty evident, bro. Evident that she doesn't want anything to do with you, at least not in the moment. And the way you can raise your bar or your value is by walking away. The last sign I'm going to say here is that you cannot attest to who she truly is and what she's capable of. Capable of, if you want to put it that way. You can't attest to what this girl can do. You don't know the kind of person she is. You can't tell what she believes in, her right from her left. If someone comes and tells you, this girl did this, did that, you wouldn't know if you can stand up for it or against it, because you cannot attest to the kind of person she is, to the kind of individual she is, to what she can come up with or the kind of actions she could take tomorrow. You don't want to be in that kind of relationship where you don't know your partner, or you feel like your partner is secretive with you and never really, has never shown herself to you, like the true nature of her. You sit there right now and close your eyes. You know that you can't vouch for this individual. That's the word. You can't tell who she is, what she believes in. She gives you conflicting messages, conflicting opinions of her personality, her choices, her beliefs. You don't know where she stands. You don't want to be with this kind of person. It's time to break it off, my brother. It's time to call it a quit. It's time to tell yourself the truth. Hey, this ain't working. Okay? I can't be with somebody that I don't understand, that I don't know what she's capable of, what she believes in, where her mindset is, what her actions could be tomorrow. If you don't know anything about this person in this way, and her messages have been controversial, today she gives you one thing, tomorrow she says another thing, and it's all over the place, my brother. If you are in this kind of relationship, it's time to break up. Guys, my name is IK. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe to the channel. It will help us reach more people. And as you watch, as you like, as you subscribe, I wish and hope that you keep, staying with us on this channel, and that will help us keep growing. I'll see more of you around. Take it easy, guys.